Okay, good evening, everyone. I want to talk to you about generational cycles, generational curses, generational woes. Um, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what ethnicity or anything like that. They're all things that are in our families that we don't want to pass on. And there are things that we want to pass on. It could be knowledge about finances. It could be strong values. It could be alcoholism. It could be abusiveness. It could be many things, right? So, how do we change them? That's the point. You're not responsible for what you inherit, but you are responsible for what you pass on. So, ask yourself, what is it that is in my family that I don't want to pass on? And what is it in my family that I do want to pass on? Many times I think we are inconsequentially thinking about the good and the bad as one thing. When we have to eat the fish and spit out the bones, we have to separate those two, right? There are some good things. I don't care how bad your family is. There are some good things that that you should pass on, right? The Bible says, "Do not tear down your ancient landmarks," right? But at the same time, there is no fool like an old fool. Foolish things that we have passed on, we need to get rid of because you are responsible for passing that on. How do we change that? Well, we have to change our mental model, right? When we see the world differently, right? Why can't I do this? Why can't I have my own business? Why can't I move out of the hood? Why can't I be a millionaire legally, right? Why can't I do this and that, right? You have to ask those questions. And here's the thing, you will get pushback. The crazy part is that some people will just plain won't like you because you are questioning the system. You are questioning their mental model, right? Their mental model says that where we come from or who we are, we'll never be this or we'll never be that. And so by you merely asking questions, let alone showing them that, they will not take that easily. So be ye warned, but it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is this: God made you special. He made all of us special, and you can do anything. The question is not always just what can you do? The question is often, what should you do? So you have to ask yourself, what can I do? You have to ask, what should you do? And based on that, you can change your mental model. You can determine what it is that you want to do, irrespective of your environment, irrespective of anything else. That's why I'm a big fan of not being a victim. I think far too many people today are victimized. Sure, it doesn't matter your ethnicity or where you're from, your age. There have been bad things that have happened to all of us, and there are bad things that happened to our ancestors. Maybe some more than others, but it's not about keeping score. It's about moving forward. So don't be a victim. Be a change agent, and that is, you be the one in your family that changes the trajectory of your family. You be the one that makes sure that your kids grow up with a father. You be the one that grows up that makes sure that your children understand financial literacy, or that are not alcoholics, or that understand how to treat women, or understand how to treat a man, how to be a wife. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and we are saying, how many people in this generation were raised to be husbands and wives, like with that distinct mindset, right? I think that is a generational curse. Obviously, money, alcoholism, all these things, um, they are generational curses that we first have to identify, and then we can deal with them. And of course, all things are possible with the power of God. Remember that. I love you. Peace.